We are live here at Citi Field for this matchup, the National League East matchup between the New York Mets and the Washington Nationals. Hello, welcome to this game. My name is Nicholas Callis. Tonight we have an intriguing matchup between a very competitive division this year after all of the acquisitions the Phillies had. Same thing with the Mets making moves and even the Nationals getting a little bit better. Tonight should be a good one. Here's Zach Wheeler on the mound. Tonight, Wheeler with the Mets, the 6'4", 195-pound pitcher at a 3.31 ERA in 2018, won 12 games, lost 7, and 29 games appeared in. The age 28. Still kind of a rookie, only played a couple seasons in Major League Baseball, has Wheeler, and stepping in now is Adam Eaton as we get this game underway. Left-hander stands in the box against the right-hander. Wheeler, first pitch misses outside. Looked like it tailed a bit like a two-seam fastball. That's ball one. Now, Adam Eaton, the left-hander, standing in the batter's box right now, was acquired in a trade from the White Sox for a few pitching prospects. He's been playing with the Nationals since the 2017 season. Last year, batted .301, which was a career-high average. Pitch taken for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike now on Adam Eaton. This game just getting underway here at Citi Field, home of the New York Mets. Mets wearing their alternate blue jerseys with the striped pants. Nationals in pinstripe pants, I should say. Nationals in the standard gray uniforms. That pitch taken over the lower outside part of the plate for strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now on Adam Eaton. Nationals playing against the Mets on the road. Mets defense in its standard position. Pitch hit toward left field. Conforto going after it, and Conforto makes the catch, 1 out. So Adam Eaton becomes the first out of the inning for the Washington Nationals, and coming in to stand in now is Trea Turner, the shortstop. So the lineup for the Nationals looks like this: Adam Eaton in right field, then Trea Turner at shortstop, Anthony Rendon at third base, Juan Soto in left field, then Ryan Zimmerman at first base, Brian Dozier batting 6th at second base, then Michael Taylor 7th in center field, Yan Gomes batting 8th at catcher, and then Jeremy Helix in the pitcher batting 9th. Here comes Trea Turner standing in. Turner has had a history with the Nationals for playing both center field and shortstop. Started out as a center fielder, but has been playing shortstop more often now. Another pitch hit to left field, and on 1 pitch, Trea Turner's out for the second out of the inning. Michael Conforto there to make the catch, and that is out number 2 on 1 pitch. So standing in now is third baseman Anthony Rendon. Rendon has a bit of pressure on him since Bryce Harper left due to free agency and signed with the Phillies. Rendon's really going to be that middle-of-the-order powerhouse that should be propelling the Nationals as that pitch misses ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs in the inning, nobody on base. Zach Wheeler, the right-hander, facing the right-handed hitter, and Anthony There's 2 balls, no strikes. So Rendon last year had a career high in average with .308, 24 home runs, 92 RBIs, and 136 games played. He's entering 2019 at the age of 28. Rendon with the 2-0 pitch coming from Wheeler. Line drive right field. That's going to go into the corner by the 330 sign down in right field. Rendon rounds first, head for second. Here comes Nimmo with the throw. Cut off by Cano, and he'll throw it into Rosario, who tags Rendon, but Rendon's safe at second, so it's a 2-out double for the third baseman of the Nationals, Anthony Rendon. So he hit that pitch. It was a little bit late on a fastball, a 2-0 fastball thrown by Wheeler, but he hooked it into right field, bounced around in the corner, and now Rendon standing on second, and coming in now is Juan Soto. Soto was signed from the Dominican Republic in 2015, and he stands here playing in his first full season with the Nationals as that breaking ball misses for a ball. It's 1-0. Soto in his first full season in 2018 batted .292 with 22 home runs and 70 RBIs. He was up for Rookie of the Year in 2018. Didn't get it, though, but still has been a very good player for the Nationals this season. 1 ball, no strikes, no score here in the top of the first inning. Pitch is a strike, called a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike now on the 20-year-old outfielder. So there's no score here. The Nationals are playing against the Mets. The Mets are at home, the Nats on the road. The left-hander Soto standing in the left-handed batter's box facing the right-hander Zach Wheeler for the Mets. Wheeler pitches to Soto. Pitch hit well down the right field line, but that'll cross into foul territory. So now Soto is down 1 ball, 2 strikes here in this at-bat. Rendon leading off of second base. The Mets infield playing at regular depth. 2 outs in the inning. The 2-strike pitch coming to Juan Soto. Pitch from Wheeler. Misses outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Juan Soto. On deck is Ryan Zimmerman for the Washington Nationals. Right-hander comes set at the belt. Here's a 2-2 pitch coming now to the Nationals outfielder and Soto. Pitch called strike 3. It's a fastball in the zone, inning over. So no runs on 1 hit, no errors in the inning, and only 1 man left on base for the Nationals as we head to the bottom of the first inning. Nationals 0, Mets coming to bat. You're listening to Major League Baseball. There's Jeremy Hellickson coming in. He is pitching for the Washington Nationals today. This guy's a veteran. In his age 31 season, he's entering 2019 at the age of 31. 345 average last season with the Nationals and 5-3 record in 91 1/3 innings pitched. He started 19 games and only got 8 decisions with the Nationals. Coming into the box now is Brandon Nimmo to lead off the inning for the New York Mets. Nimmo made his debut in 2016, went to the wild card game with the Mets when the Mets lost. Jeremy Hellickson's pitch coming now. That pitch called a strike, 0-1. Nimmo batting from the left side of the plate. Hellickson, the right-handed pitcher. Mets wearing their alternate jerseys, the blue tops with the pinstripe pants. Nationals in standard gray uniforms with the red lettering. Hellickson's pitch coming on the way. That pitch misses inside. So Brandon Nimmo, 263 average with 17 home runs, 47 RBIs, and 140 games played last season. He had a career high in home runs and RBIs last season. Entering 2019 in his age 25 season, that pitch hit well to left field, and he goes oppo. That is going to be a no-doubt home run. Brandon Nimmo has hit a home run to put the Mets on top, 1-0. And as Nimmo rounds the bases, the Big Apple from center field is coming up. Crowd celebrating here at Citi Field. It's 1-0 Mets after the solo home run by Brandon Nimmo. So this is just an exhibition. These don't count toward any totals, but Mets up on the board. That's his first home run of this contest. Crowd celebrating here at Citi Field. Nimmo homers, and we'll take a look at this. He looked like he was a little bit late on that fastball, but he still was strong enough to get it out of here. He had only 17 home runs last year, but Nimmo really coming up strong. So standing in now is Jed Lowry. He's the utility player of this New York Mets team, signing a free agent contract in the offseason as Hellickson throws a strike, 0-1. Hellickson pitching right-handed, Jed Lowry a switch hitter, so Lowry standing in the left-handed batter's box with the open stance, hands above his head. The no-ball, 1-strike pitch coming now. Hellickson steps back, rocks forward, and pitches it, but Lowry fouls it off. So now it's 0-2. Lowry had career highs in 2018 and home runs with 23 and RBIs with 99. He's really going to be a utility guy for this New York Mets team as Hellickson winds up and now pitches that ground ball toward the left side of the infield, played by Rendon at third base, throw over to Zimmerman, and Lowry grounds out for the second out of the inning. So Lowry goes down, that's 2 outs, and that'll bring up the man that these New York Mets fans want to see. It's going to be Robinson Cano. We'll take a look at the Mets starting lineup now quickly. Brandon Nimmo playing right field, batting first. Jed Lowry playing third base, batting second. Robinson Cano at second base, batting third. Michael Conforto in left field, batting fourth. Todd Frazier at first base, batting fifth. Catcher Wilson Ramos batting sixth. Center fielder Ron Lagares batting seventh. Shortstop Ahmed Rosario batting eighth. And then Zach Wheeler, the pitcher, batting ninth. But standing in now is the man that a lot of these people have paid money to see. It's Robinson Cano standing in. 2 outs, bases empty, returning to New York, but not as a Yankee, but as a Met. Hellickson pitches on the way. That's a changeup called a strike, 0-1. So Cano was traded with Edwin Diaz this offseason, the 2018-2019 offseason, was traded for Jay Bruce, Anthony Swarzak, and 3 prospects. Cano entering his age 36 season coming into 2019. The left-hander takes the pitch from the right-hander Hellickson at strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes now on the veteran Cano. Had those PED problems in 2018, was suspended 80 games, but looking to rebound in 2019. as a member of the New York Mets. Cano has not made playoffs with the Seattle Mariners any of the 4 years he was there, so he's hoping to change his fortunes in New York. I'd say he has a better chance in New York than he had in Seattle. 1 ball, 2 strike pitch now as Hellickson misses. The right-hander comes set at the belt. Now rocks back, kicks his leg, and pitches. That ball misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes now on the veteran second baseman and Robinson Cano. Cano last season in 80 games had a .303 average with 10 home runs and 50 RBIs. Career lows in home runs and RBIs. Here's the pitch on the way now to Cano. Swung on, fouled off, count remaining steady at 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the inning, nobody on base. Mets lead 1-0 after Brandon Nimmo homered. I correct myself. There's 1 out in the inning. Cano swings, fouls that pitch off. Nimmo homered to make it 1-0. Then Jed Lowry grounded out to third base for the second out of the inning, for the first out of the inning. And now Cano standing in with a 2-2 count. That pitch misses. It's a full count now, 3 balls, 2 strikes, and standing on deck, Michael Conforto. Three balls, 2 strikes. Jeremy Hellickson comes set at the belt, rocks back, kicks his front leg forward, and pitches. Swing and a ground ball to third base, played by Anthony Rendon. Rendon fields easily, throws to Ryan Zimmerman, but the throw's offline, and Cano will step on first safely. So record that as an E5. That ordinary play was not made. That was a routine play Rendon had to get Cano out, but couldn't do it. So Cano stands on first now, and Michael Conforto steps into the batter's box. Conforto, the left-handed batter, facing Jeremy Hellickson. Here's the pitch with Cano on first. Changeup misses, ball 1. Mets already lead this game 1-0 here in the bottom of the first inning. Hellickson in trouble. Nimmo with the home run. Then Jed Lowry grounded out. Cano came up to the plate, and then Rendon, who made the play prior, makes an error to let Cano get on first base. That pitch misses outside. It's 2 balls, no strikes now on Conforto. Conforto a threat. One of the younger guys on the team. He's only 26 years old, but had career highs in home runs and RBIs last year. 28 home runs, 82 RBIs in 2018. Now he's down on Hellickson, 2-0. Here's the pitch. Swing popped up into the air. Middle of the infield. Zimmerman's calling for it all the way from first base. Zimmerman makes the catch. Trey Turner's covering second, so Cano's not going to go anywhere. Let's take a look. So that pitch was up and in on Conforto. He couldn't get around on it, and he just pops it up very weakly on the infield. Zimmerman with the putout. 2 outs in the inning, and standing in now is Todd Frazier. So Frazier will stand in now. Frazier, last season with the Mets, had a .213 average with 18 home runs and 59 RBIs. Career lows in a lot of categories, so this 33-year-old starting to lose a lot of the power he once had with the Reds. Grounded to the left side. Rendon plays. Throws over to Dozier covering second, and the inning comes to the close as Cano is forced out. So 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error in the inning, and only 1 left on base. We'll go to the second inning. It is 1-0 Mets lead. So as we continue this coverage of baseball, Ryan Zimmerman will come into the plate now. Ryan Zimmerman, one of the veterans of this Washington Nationals team, has been playing for the Nationals since he debuted back in 2005. Zimmerman in his age 34 season now, entering 2019, as he looks at that pitch for a called strike, 0-1. Wheeler had a 1-2-3 inning in the top of the first inning, now pitching in the second inning. Ryan Zimmerman, the right-handed hitter, facing the right-handed pitcher in Wheeler. Pitch swung over and missed. Now it's 0-2 on Ryan Zimmerman. Last year, 2018, Zimmerman's numbers, .264 average with 13 home runs, 51 RBIs in 85 games played. He had some DL time in 2018, so that limited a lot of the opportunities he had to play. That pitch called a strike. It was a breaking ball, inside edge on Ryan Zimmerman. 3 pitches, 1 out from Zach Wheeler. defensive lineman for the Mets. Michael Conforto in left field, Juan Lagares in center, then Brandon Nimmo in right, Jed Lowry at third base, Ahmad Rosario at shortstop, Cano at second base, Todd Frazier at first, and then Wilson Ramos behind the plate at catcher. One out in the inning. Here comes Brian Dozier, swing and a miss. To him, it's 0-1. So one out in the inning. Brian Dozier standing in now. He was signed a free agent contract with the Washington Nationals back in this offseason. 1 ball, 1 strike pitch. Swung over 1-2 now. So 1 ball, 2 strike pitch after Ryan Zimmerman struck out to start the inning. There's 1 out in the inning, nobody on base. That pitch misses outside. It's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Zach Wheeler, the right-hander, facing the right-hander in Brian Dozier. Swing, line drive, but that'll be foul. Count is still 2-2. Dozier with a 2-2 count on him still. 1 out in the inning after Ryan Zimmerman struck out. Wheeler, the right-hander, coming now to Brian Dozier, the right-handed pitcher, or the hitter, I should say, and the count runs full now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Dozier spent a good amount of time with the Minnesota Twins before being traded last year in 2018 to the Los Angeles Dodgers, who made it all the way to the World Series. 3 ball, 2 strike pitch coming now. That pitch line drive, but foul. Count still remains full on the veteran second baseman of the Washington Nationals. Zach Wheeler into the windup, right-handed hitter. Pitches to the right-handed hitter. Line drive to right field, base hit. That's going to fall 2 hops in front of Brandon Nimmo. Nimmo throws it directly into Ahmed Rosario, covering second. It's a single for Brian Dozier with 1 out in the inning. That's the second hit of the game for the Nationals so far, and standing in now is Michael Taylor, the center fielder of the Nationals. Pickoff attempt at first. Zach Wheeler is just picked off Brian Dozier. So a good play there. That was a quick move by Zach Wheeler. It wasn't one of those slow pickoff moves. He caught Dozier napping by a long shot. So it's a pickoff move, 1-3 in your scorebook. 2 outs in the inning now. Michael Taylor standing to the plate. That pitch misses inside. Ball 1. So Taylor split a lot of time with Adam Eaton in 2018. Bryce Harper was still playing right field for the Nationals, so Eaton would face a lot of right-handers and Taylor would face a lot of left-handers because Taylor's the right-handed hitter of the bunch. Adam Eaton, the left-handed hitter. That pitch called a strike. It's 1 ball, 1 strike now on Michael Taylor. Right-handed matchup. So righty on righty. Here's the pitch. 1-1. His misses high. 2 balls, 1 strike now. Taylor's splits last season, 227 average with 6 home runs, 28 RBIs, and 134 games appeared in. Pitch, line drive, foul. Good snag there by the ball boy. Count now 1 ball, 2 strikes on Taylor. Swung over and missed. Inning comes to a close. So Zach Wheeler lets up a hit but picks off the runner Dozier, who hit the ball. 2 strikeouts in the inning. No runs, no hits. No runs on 1 hit. Nobody left on base, though. We'll go to the bottom of the second inning. Mets lead the Nationals 1-0. So Wilson Ramos will step to the plate now. One of the catchers, the premier catchers of this 2018-19 offseason. Ramos eventually decided to sign with the not the Washington Nationals. He signed with the New York Mets. Ramos facing Jeremy Hellickson to begin this at bat. Pitch ground to the left side, but fouls, so 0-1. Ramos had a career high, batting .306 last year. That was his average. 15 home runs, 70 RBIs, and 111 games played. Here's the 0-1 pitch now to Ramos. Righty on righty matchup. That pitch just misses off the inside edge. 1 ball, 1 strike after the pitch from Hellickson. Hellickson comes set at the belt. Now he's going to rock back with his front foot. Then he kicks it up and pitches. 1-1 count. That pass ball misses. It's 2 balls, 1 strike. Ramos, the highest amount of games he's ever played in was with the Washington Nationals back in 2015 at 128. So he doesn't play in a lot of games. That pitch is called a strike. Now 2 balls, 2 strikes on the veteran catcher of the New York Mets. But he doesn't play in a lot of games. Travis d'Arnaud is the other catcher on the Mets team. D'Arnaud was the starter before Ramos was signed, so I'm sure these two will split time rather evenly. The 2-2 pitch, that's lined toward left field, but that'll be foul. Count remaining 2 balls, 2 strikes on Wilson Ramos. Nobody out yet. This inning just started. Mets lead 1-0 in the bottom of the inside edge. Count runs full now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And Juan Lagares awaiting on deck. Nobody on, nobody out yet in the inning. Mets up 1 run, bottom of the second. Here's the 3-2 pitch on the way. Fly ball, but that'll be foul. Ramos was well out in front of it. He hit it down the left field line. Count still remains full, 3-2. Hellickson looks in for the sign from Yan Gomes. Eventually comes set at the belt. Now he's going to start his windup. Rocks back. Kicks with his front leg. Pitch. Swing, line drive towards center field. Going after it is Michael Taylor. Taylor will make the catch in the left center field gap for the first out of the inning. So Ramos flies out to start the inning. We'll take a look at the defensive alignment real quickly for the Washington Nationals. So Ryan Zimmerman at first base, Brian Dozier at second, Trey Turner at shortstop, Anthony Rendon at third base. Then the outfield from left to right, Juan Soto, Michael Taylor, and then Adam Eaton. And Yan Gomes playing the catcher position tonight. Standing in now is Juan Lagares. Lagares playing center field. Yoenis Cespedes is a big loss for the Mets beginning the 2019 season. Lagares is taking over for Yoenis Cespedes as a center fielder. Lagares known more for his fielding than his hitting. And as I say that, he swings and hits a fly ball to the left field corner. And that ball is out of here. The Big Apple appears again for the New York Mets. It's a solo home run for Juan Lagares. A guy who did not have any home runs in 2018 hits one here in 2019. It's a solo shot, but it pads the Mets' lead now. It's 2-0 here in inning number 2. The Mets are on pace right now for a home run an inning. One by Brandon Nimmo back in the first, and this solo home run by Juan Lagares in the second inning pads the Mets. It's 2-0, bottom of the second. That's Jeremy Hellickson's second home run he's given up today. And standing in now is Ahmed Rosario, the shortstop of the New York Mets. 1 out in the inning. Pitch, grounded foul. Rosario, the right-handed hitter, standing in. Definitely more of a contact hitter, more of a speedy guy than anything. Entering 2019 at the age of, entering 2019 at the age of 23. 256 average with 9 home runs and 51 RBIs in the year 2018. 0-1 pitch coming now. Breaking ball misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out in the inning. That was a fly out by Wilson Ramos to center field, but then Juan Lagares put one in the seats. Now the game's been extended. The lead for the Mets has been extended. It is 2-0 Mets. That pitch called a strike. 2 strikes now on Ahmed Rosario. Hellickson comes set at the belt. Now he winds back, kicks with his front leg and pitches. Swing and a miss. Ahmed Rosario goes down on strikes for the second out of the inning. That's Hellickson's first strikeout of this game. And that'll bring up the pitcher now, Zach Wheeler. So the good news is for Hellickson that Zach Wheeler's coming to the plate as the pitcher. Pitcher's not typically known for their hitting abilities. So if, in best case scenario, he can get out of this inning with an easy out in Wheeler and then give his offense an opportunity to try to come back in the third inning. We're in the bottom of the second. Mets lead 2-0 here in the bottom of the second inning. Zach Wheeler stands at the plate. 1 ball, no strikes. Hellickson coming into his windup. He kicks his front leg and pitches. Misses high. It's 2-0. Zach Wheeler batting from the left side of the plate. Hellickson, the right-handed pitcher. Wheeler had career highs in average, 6 average, 4 RBIs in 56 at-bats. Wheeler facing Hellickson now with a 2-0 count. Now that pitch misses inside. Wheeler now up 3-0 on Jeremy Hellickson. Top of the order awaits in Brandon Nimmo, who homered in his first time around. Don't want to walk Hellickson here, or don't want to walk Wheeler here. The 3-0, that's called a strike. Easy take sign there. It is now 3-1 on the Mets pitcher. 3 balls, 1 strike. Hellickson comes set. The right-handed pitcher deals to the left-handed hitter. Swing, foul ball. Looked like Wheeler had the green light on 3-1. Count run full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Hellickson comes set at the belt. Now he gets into his windup and pitches. Swing and a miss. Good breaking ball ends the inning. So 2 strikeouts for Hellickson, but another home run haunts him. It's 2-0 Mets as we head to the 3rd inning. Strikeouts for Hellickson. Yan Gomes will stand in for the New York Mets now as we get the 3rd inning underway. Correction, Yan Gomes stands in for the Washington Nationals as we get this inning underway. It's the top of the 3rd inning. The Nationals are down 2-0 against the Mets. It'll be Yan Gomes, Jeremy Hellickson, and then Adam Eaton. Zach Wheeler is still on the mound, entering his 3rd inning of work. That pitch called a strike, 0-1. Wheeler has 2 strikeouts, has only given up 2 hits and picked off 1 of them. It's only Anthony Rendon and Brian Dozier who have gotten a hit so far today. 0-1 pitch now coming to Yan Gomes. Gomes swings, hits a ground ball left side, gets through the left side of the infield for a base hit. So Conforto throws it into Rosario, the shortstop, cutoff man, and that's a leadoff single for Yan Gomes. That'll bring up Jeremy Hellickson, so looks like a sacrifice situation here for the Washington Nationals. Gomes leads off first. Hellickson in against Wheeler. Bunt shown. Bunted toward the first base side. Todd Frazier fields it. Tags Hellickson for the first out of the inning. But advancing to second on the play is Yan Gomes, so the sacrifice successful. It's a good sacrifice bunt there by Jeremy Hellickson. So Gomes gets on with a single, then it is Hellickson who bunts him over. And now with a runner on second base and 1 out in the inning, Adam Eaton will bat now, turning over the Nationals' order. Pitch misses outside, ball 1. Nationals have a pretty good opportunity to come back a little bit, down 2-0. 2 home runs hit, 1 in each inning by the Mets, have put the Mets up 2-0 here in this 3rd inning. Nationals downstairs. It's 2 balls, no strikes now on Eaton, the right fielder of the Washington Nationals. Wheeler comes set at the belt. Here is the pitch, 2-0. Eaton swings, ground ball left side, played by Jed Lowry. The throw goes off the bag, though. Todd Frazier had to gut off the bag to get it, and Adam Eaton is safe at first base. So that error will go to Jed Lowry. It's going to be an E5 in your scorebook, but that throw was routine. It was well off the mark, and Eaton will be safe at first base. So Trey Turner will come to the plate now. Turner's 0 for 1 tonight. He flew out to left field in his first at bat. Only 1 out in the inning. Runners on first and second. Pitch called a strike. 0-1. Zach Wheeler looking to get out of trouble. 2 runners on. Yan Gomes at second. And Adam Eaton at first base with only 1 out in the inning. Wheeler looks in for the sign from Wilson Ramos. Now he comes set at the belt. Trey Turner's 0-1 pitch coming on the way. It's a righty-on-righty matchup. Pitch misses inside, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out in the inning. 2 runners on base. Mets up 2-0, but Nationals looking to break into that deficit a little bit here in the top of the 3rd. Mets playing at home. Breaking ball, swung over and missed. So Trey Turner now down. 1 ball, 2 strikes in this at-bat. 1-2 pitch coming now, righty-on-righty matchup. Wheeler deals. It's a breaking ball, misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes now on Trey Turner, the shortstop for the Washington Nationals. Gomes on second. Eaton off of first. Turner at the plate. Wheeler looks at second. Now he's going to deal. Pitch popped up, right field. It's Brandon Nimmo who's going to get under it, and he will make the catch. Yan Gomes tagged from second base, but didn't go anywhere after tagging. He just remains on second. Throw goes into the cutoff man, Ahmed Rosario, so Turner flies out to right field for the 2nd out of the inning, and standing in now is Anthony Rendon. Already talked about his production a little bit also doubled in his first at-bat, so Nationals looking for another timely hit to come from their power man. Here is Anthony Rendon. Pitch swung on, fouled off. It's 0-1. So 2 outs in the inning. Yan Gomes leads off of second base. Adam Eaton leads off first, and Anthony Rendon stands at the plate. It's a righty-on-righty matchup. Wheeler looks to second. Now he kicks his leg and pitches. Popped up. Right side of the field. Shallow right field. Todd Frazier calls off Brandon Nimmo. Todd Frazier makes the catch. Inning comes to a close. So no runs in the inning on 1 hit, 1 error occurred in the inning, and 2 left on base. As we go to the bottom of the third, it's the Mets 2, the Nationals 0. So here comes Brandon Nimmo to start the bottom of the third inning for the Mets. Mets playing at Citi Field. Playing at home, Jeremy Hellickson on the mound facing Brandon Nimmo, who homered off of him back in the first inning. Nimmo takes that pitch inside, ball 1. So Nimmo's splits entering play, 263 average, 17 home runs, 47 RBIs, and 140 games played in 2018. Already entering the season of 2019. Here's Nimmo. The 1-0 pitch lined into right center field, and Nimmo is going to be aboard with a base hit. Picking it off the wall on 2 hops is Michael Taylor. Throw into the cutoff man, Dozier, into second base with a shortstop. Turner's covering, but that's not in time. It's going to be a leadoff double for Brandon Nimmo. So Nimmo is 2 for 2 today. He has hit a home run and he's doubled. If you want to talk about early statistics, he's halfway to the cycle with a home run and a double. So on second base is Nimmo, and standing in is Jed Lowry. Lowry's been a utility man for a lot of his career. He's played at shortstop and second base, a little bit of third base too. The Mets are looking to use him as a utility guy, having Frazier at third base a lot of the time, maybe Cano playing second base or first base, but Lowry can play all around the infield as he swings. Ground ball, softly hit to the right side. Zimmerman will just tag Lowry out for the first out of the inning. Meanwhile, Nimmo moves to third on the ground out. It's a 3 unassisted play in your scorebook, and that's going to be the first out of the inning. But the Mets have another great opportunity to score here in the inning. Mets are on pace to score every inning and hit a home run every inning as of right now, but we'll see if that pans out for the rest of the game. We're only in inning number 3, so Nimmo on third base after the ground out by Jed Lowry, and standing in now is Robinson Cano. Cano returning to New York after being traded from the Mariners to the Mets, as that pitch is called a strike top at the zone. It's 0-1. Cano played for the New York Yankees, had a good career there. Then he had also put up good numbers in Seattle before returning here to New York to play for the New York Mets. 0-1 pitch on the way. Pitch misses inside, ball 1. Facing Hellickson now with 1 out in the inning, and Brandon Nimmo standing on third base. So Hellickson spent some time in the American League as well. Hellickson's played for a few teams, including the Tampa Bay Rays, and he played for the Baltimore Orioles last season in 2018. You know, that Orioles team that did not pan out so well, losing under 50 games. There's the pitch now to Cano. Breaking ball misses inside. So Cano's standing in now. It's going to be a righty-on-lefty matchup. Cano batting left-handed. Hellickson pitching right-handed. Brandon Nimmo standing on third base with only 1 out in the inning. It's a pretty good opportunity for Cano to drive in a run if he puts bat on ball. Pitch grounded right side. That will be past a diving Brian Dozier into right field. A base hit. Eaton will pick it up, throw it in. Cano has an RBI single, and it's now 3-0. Mets lead the Nationals. So Robinson Cano singles. He's now on first base. Brandon Nimmo touches home from third base. And the Mets are out in front against the Nationals. That'll bring up the hitter now, Michael Conforto. Conforto flew out on the infield his first time around. That pitch misses inside, ball 1. So to speak of a competitive National League East this year, the Philadelphia Phillies signing Bryce Harper, signing David Robertson, and signing Andrew McCutchen, and acquiring Gene Segura and JT Realmuto have really bolstered their team. Right now the Phillies are the team to beat in the National League East as that pitch is swung on, fouled off. It's 1-1 on Conforto. But the Mets acquiring Jed Lowry in free agency, getting Edwin Diaz and Robinson Cano in a trade. That pitch misses outside 2-1. To get all these players, the Mets are very much contending as well, just bolstering a team that's had some good players but just hasn't been able to get over the hump of playoff drought. The Marlins are even making some good moves. Not great moves, but good moves. That pitch hit well to right field. Going back after it is Adam Eaton toward the wall. At the warning track, he leaps, but he can't make the catch. And it's a home run for Michael Conforto. So Michael Conforto joins the home run club. He hits one, pulls one to right field, and it's now 5-0. The Mets lead the Nationals here in the bottom of the third. Cano scores on the play. So that's 3 runs in now for the Mets. The Mets have homered in each of the first 3 innings off Hellickson. This one courtesy of Michael Conforto. And so far this inning, it's been a double, a ground out to advance a runner, then a single, and then a home run. Mets now up 5-0. Here's Todd Frazier, strike 1. Frazier grounded into a fielder's choice to end the inning his first time around. But this National League East very competitive. The Nationals still have some good players to get them over a playoff drought that they've been in now. It's a 1-season drought. Nationals made it 2 straight years in 2016 and 17 as that pitch misses. Its count now is 1-1. The Nationals missing the postseason in making a postseason in 2016-17, then missing in 2018. Nationals trying to get back there, especially without Bryce Harper after he goes to one of the National League East rivals in the Phillies. As that pitch is called a strike, it's now 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the right-handed hitting Todd Frazier. But the National League East very competitive. The Marlins making some decent moves, signing Curtis Granderson to a minor league deal, signing Neil Walker, and having some good prospects to look forward to. As Frazier swings and misses at that pitch from Hellickson, and that's out number 2. So standing in now is Wilson Ramos. Ramos flew out to center field back in the 2nd inning. Right-handed hitter will stand in momentarily. That's what the East is looking like right now. I know the Phillies are the favorites here, but the Mets and even the Nationals, 2 very quality baseball teams. However, the Nationals getting picked on right now. It's 5-0 early in this one as Ramos takes that pitch for a strike. So right now the Mets are up 5-0 on the Phillies. 3 runs have been scored in this 3rd inning after a Nimmo double, a Lowry ground out that moved Nimmo to 3rd base. That pitch swung on, hit to right field. Adam Eaton going back toward the wall, and he makes the catch. Well, that'll end the inning, but Michael Conforto's home run capped off a 3-run inning for the New York Mets. And as we go to the 4th inning, it's the Mets 5, the Nationals 0 here at Citi Field. So standing in now is Juan Soto.
Leading off for Washington, left fielder, number 22.
So Soto playing left field for the Washington Nationals, one of the many young talented players that this Washington Nationals team has. Zach Wheeler still on the mound. 3 scoreless innings for him. Now his team padded with a lead. It's 5-0, but that pitch hits well toward left field. Running after it and crashing into the wall is Michael Conforto. Conforto holds on to the baseball, and Soto has flown out to start this inning. So a quick out to start this top of the 4th inning, and standing in now is Ryan Zimmerman. Mets lead the Nationals 5-0. The right-hander Zach Wheeler will pitch now to the right-handed hitter in Ryan Zimmerman. Zimmerman swings, fouls that pitch off. It's 0-1. So Zimmerman now with a 0-1 count. Zach Wheeler on the mound going into his windup, kicking his front leg and pitching. Check swing, but a foul ball. Zimmerman got a piece of the baseball there with his bat. Now 0-2 is the count on the veteran first baseman of the Nationals. Pitch swung on ground to the left side, played by Jed Lowry at 3rd. He's already made 1 error today, but he doesn't this time. Lowry throws to Frazier, and Zimmerman grounds out for the second out of the inning. So 2 quick outs here in this top of the 4th inning for the Mets defense, and standing in now is Washington Nationals second baseman Brian Dozier. Dozier, one of 3 hits that the Nationals have had today. Will stand it with 2 outs, bases empty. That pitch called a strike at the knees, 0-1. It's a righty-on-righty matchup here. The infield playing at normal depth, outfield same. It's at normal depth. That's up 5-0 over the Nationals here in the 4th inning. And Wheeler will go into the windup and pitch. That fastball finds the top of the strike zone. It's quickly 0-2 on the right-handed hitting second baseman Brian Dozier. Nationals playing the Mets at Citi Field, so the home of the New York Mets. Top of the 4th inning. Bases empty. Brian Dozier getting ready for the pitch from Zach Wheeler. The 0-2. Fastball that misses high. It's 1-2. Wheeler's thrown 3 scoreless, looking to make it 4 scoreless. If he can get Dozier out. 1-2 pitch coming out of Brian Dozier. Swing and a miss. Good breaking ball, and Dozier goes down. The 3rd strikeout of the day for Zach Wheeler. So no runs, no hits, nobody left on base. As we go to the bottom of the 4th inning, the Nationals trail the Mets 5-0. So here we go, bottom of the 4th inning, leading off the inning for the New York Mets is Juan Lagares. Lagares hit a home run back in the 2nd inning. That made it 2-0 at the time, but the Mets have been on an offensive frenzy so far today as that pitch swung over and missed, strike 1. Jeremy Hellickson still on the mound for the Washington Nationals. A Brandon Nimmo leadoff home run in the 1st inning made it 1-0. Then Juan Lagares with a 1-out home run in the 2nd inning made it 2-0. And then the Mets scored 3 runs in the 3rd inning. Now it's 5-0 Mets in the lead. Pitch swung on, fouled off. Quickly 0-2. That ground ball was fouled down the right side of the infield. No balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out in the inning, and nobody on base. This is the first batter of the inning is Juan Lagares. That pitch fouled off toward the right side, into the seats. That's a foul ball, still 0-2. So Jeremy Hellickson looks in for a sign from Yan Gomes, comes set at the belt. Now rocks back, he kicks forward with his front leg, his left leg, and pitches. That's a breaking ball that misses outside. It's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes in the at-bat. Juan Lagares, the right-handed hitter, facing the right-handed pitcher in Jeremy Hellickson. 1-2 pitch, misses outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out in the inning, nobody on base. Juan Lagares, the leadoff hitter in this top of the 4th inning. Bottom of the 4th inning. Here's the pitch, 1-2. Off-speed pitch fouled off. That'll go well down the left field line. It had a chance to be a home run if it would have stayed fair, but that's a moot point. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Breaking ball misses in the dirt. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Juan Lagares, the leadoff hitter. Ahmed Rosario awaiting on deck. Here's the windup and the pitch from Jeremy Hellickson. Pitch, fly ball toward right center field. Going after it is Adam Eaton. Adam Eaton will make the catch on the run. That's out number 1. So Eaton makes the catch in right center field, first out of the inning. And that'll bring up Ahmed Rosario. Rosario struck out swinging back in the 2nd inning. That followed the Juan Lagares home run in the 2nd. Hellickson gets into the windup. Here is the pitch to Rosario. Misses inside, ball 1. Rosario made his debut in 2017. He's only 23 years of age. Still has a lot of developing to do as a baseball player, but a .256 average, 9 home runs, and 51 RBIs in 154 games he played in the year 2018. He's really been the New York Mets shortstop of the future. That pitch called a strike. It's now 1-1 on Ahmed Rosario. Hellickson comes set, now ready to get into his windup. Rocks back, kicks forward with his front leg, and he pitches 1-1. Pitch swung on, hit well to left field, and that ball is gone. Jeremy Hellickson has given up a home run in each of the 4 innings he has pitched so far. This one credited to Ahmed Rosario. It is 6-0 New York Mets over the Washington Nationals here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Now, it has been a while since I have seen a display of power like this. Juan Lagares and Ahmed Rosario are not home run hitters. You wouldn't think. They get lucky every once in a while, but they both have hit a home run in this game. It is 6-0. The Mets lead it. Here comes Zach Wheeler. Wheeler takes a strike on the inside edge. It's 0-1. Wheeler batting left-handed. Hellickson pitching right-handed. Wheeler struck out back in the second inning. That was his first at-bat of the game. He's been pitching well, so he's gotten 2 at-bats in this game so far, but the fact that he's got 2 at-bats has also been a credit to the offensive performance that the Mets have put on so far today. That pitch fouled off. It's 0-2. Fouled off behind the plate. Wheeler getting ready for the 0-2. Coming now from Hellickson. Fastball just misses off the outside edge. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes now on the Mets pitcher. But it has been an offensive spree so far today for the New York Mets. Pitch misses outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. So Brandon Nimmo homered back in the first inning to lead off the offensive production for the Mets. Then Juan Lagares hit a 1-out home run in the second inning. 3 runs were scored in the third inning, and Michael Conforto was credited with a 2-run home run. And now Ahmed Rosario is homered in this fourth inning to put the Mets up 6-0. This is the only run the Mets have scored so far in this fourth inning. That pitch swung over and missed by Zach Wheeler, and Jeremy Hellickson picks up his 4th strikeout of the game, 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth inning. And that'll bring up Brandon Nimmo. Nimmo's halfway to the cycle already in the fourth inning. He doubled last inning, hit a home run in the first inning, so he's a triple and a single away from the cycle in this one. It's only the fourth inning, so this is a very plausible scenario for Brandon Nimmo so far. That pitch misses low. That's ball 1. Nimmo had 17 home runs back in 2018. That was a career high for him, so as he enters 2019, he had a lot of career highs from last year, also hitting 47 runners in. As that pitch is grounded to the right side of the infield, played by Ryan Zimmerman on the backhand. He steps on the bag himself, and the inning comes to a close. So 1 run on 1 hit, which was the solo home run by Ahmed Rosario. We'll go to the 5th inning. The Nationals trail the Mets 6-0. Standing in now is Michael Taylor, who struck out back in the second inning for the Nationals. Nationals coming into the 5th inning scoreless. Zach Wheeler's been pitching very well. Wheeler, typically the number 3 man in the rotation, as that pitch is taken for strike 1. Michael Taylor, the right-handed hitter, facing the right-handed pitcher of Zach Wheeler. That pitch misses outside, 1-1. But Wheeler, the number 3 man, he's got only Jacob deGrom and Noah Syndergaard above him. Though unfortunate for him, those are pretty big names, but Wheeler's still a very quality pitcher and is very welcomed on this Mets staff. Pitch popped up, shallow right field, running in and making the catch is Brandon Nimmo. So Michael Taylor goes out, flying out to right field for the first out of the inning in the Nationals' half of the 5th inning, top of the 5th. Standing in now is Yan Gomes. Gomes has had 1 at-bat prior to this, which was in the 3rd inning where he singled. Here's the pitch now. Strike 0-1 on Yan Gomes. Nationals had a very good opportunity to score last inning. Had runners on first and, back in the 3rd, had runners on 1st and 2nd, but could not drive anybody in. That pitch fouled off. It's 0-2 now on Yan Gomes. Had runners on 1st and 2nd with 1 out in the inning. Couldn't get anybody to come around. Pitch swung over and missed. That's strike 3. Yan Gomes goes out swinging for the 2nd out of the inning. That's Zach Wheeler's 4th strikeout of this game. And the Mets in a good spot now. Jeremy Hellickson coming in with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. Well, just announced now, Matt Adams is going to come off the bench, and he will pinch hit for Jeremy Hellickson. So Hellickson's done. His game ends this game. That pitch called a strike. It's 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Matt Adams. Pitch misses high. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. So again, Jeremy Hellickson is done. This is the pinch hitter, Matt Adams, coming in, the left-hander left-handed hitter facing the right-handed pitcher in Zach Wheeler. That pitch misses low, 2 balls and 1 strike now on Adams. Adams, a guy named Big City, that's his nickname, started his career in St. Louis, then moved to Atlanta before getting traded over to the Nationals, traded back to the Cardinals, and then signing another deal with the Nationals this past offseason. That pitch fouled off. Count is now 2 balls, 2 strikes in the inning against Matt Adams, the pinch hitter. He swings over that pitch and misses. The inning comes to a close. That's Zach Wheeler's 5th strikeout. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base for the Nationals in the top half of the 5th inning. As we go to the bottom of the 5th inning, it's Mets 6, Nationals 0. So coming in now to pitch in this one is Matt Grace. He's a left-handed pitcher for the Nationals. Been pitching for them for a couple of years, and he'll face Jed Lowry to lead off the inning. Jed Lowry, the third baseman of the Mets, leading off this inning. Lowry is 0 for 2 today. Had a 5-3 put out, grounded out to third base in the first inning, and then grounded out to first base in the third inning. He'll bat here in the fifth to lead off. Switch hitter batting from the right side now with Matt Grace pitching left-handed. So a lot of right-handers in this New York Mets lineup, so this isn't really a matchup scenario. This is a long relief pitcher scenario. Matt Grace, one of the long reliever guys who comes in and picks up the work for a starter if the starter has a bad day, and Hellickson did have a bad day. That pitch called a strike on Jed Lowry. But Matt Grace, Jeremy Hellickson, 4 runs given up on 6 hits. That pitch swung on and fouled off. Lowry still in a 2-strike count. But Hellickson, 4 earned runs, 6 hits, and only 4 innings pitched. He did not have a good day. He gave up 4 home runs in this game. It was a pretty poor game there for Jeremy Hellickson. That pitch grounded to the left side of the infield, played by Anthony Rendon, throws over to Ryan Zimmerman. Jed Lowry grounds into the 5-3 for 1 out. Oh, I read that scoreline wrong. It was 6 runs on 6 hits in this game. Excuse me, not 4 runs. It's 6 runs on 6 hits for Jeremy Hellickson. 4 home runs were given up in this game, and that's Hellickson's final line score. Here comes Robinson Cano standing in now. Cano is 1 for 2 tonight. He hit a single back in the third, and he reached on an error back in the first. That pitch called a strike. It's 0-1. So Cano, this might be a matchup scenario for the Nationals after all. You have Lowry, who is the switch hitter. That pitch is lined up the middle, a base hit for Robinson Cano. Taylor will field it from center field, throw it into Trey Turner, the cutoff man, so it's a leadoff single for Robinson Cano. That's his 2nd hit of the day in 3 at-bats. But I see why you would put Matt Grace in there. The right-handers don't come until later in the lineup, so you have Cano, the left-hander, Conforto, the left-hander, who's going to bat now, but Lowry was a switch hitter, so he was the only one to really get around in this game so far. But here comes Michael Conforto nonetheless with a runner on first base, and with Cano on first back in the 3rd inning, Conforto hit the Mets' 3rd homer of the game. He'll face Matt Grace now, though. Runner on first in the form of Cano. Here's the pitch from Matt Grace. Pitch swung on, hit well. Left field, running after it is Soto to the track at the wall. It's gone! This is becoming hard to believe. That is the Mets' 5th home run in 5 innings. Michael Conforto hits his 2nd home run of the day. The Mets extend the lead. It is now 8-0. Mets lead the Nationals. So Nimmo homered in the first. Lagares homered in the second. Conforto homered in the third. Rosario homered in the fourth. And Michael Conforto hits a 2-run home run here in the 5th. That is 5 home runs per 5 innings that the Mets have played so far, each of them having a home run. It is 8-0. Mets lead the Nationals. Matt Grace throws a strike now to Todd Frazier, who's standing in. Todd Frazier batting from the right side of the plate. Matt Grace, the left-hander, throwing from the stretch. Now nobody on base. Mets up 8-0 here in the 5th. Grace comes set at the letters. Grace kicks the 0-1 pitch. That misses low. It's 1-1. This is an incredible display of power so far by the Mets tonight. A home run in each of the first 5 innings the Mets have played so far. Here's the pitch from Grace, 1-1. Breaking ball, misses outside. It's 2 balls, 1 strike. So the entire pitching staff right now of the Washington Nationals is struggling. I can't really say the entire staff. That's a bit of an exaggeration. But Matt Grace so far has given up a home run. Hellickson's given up 4. Hellickson gave up 6 earned runs, and now Grace has 2 earned runs to his credit so far. Line drive, that'll be foul. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes now on Todd Frazier. Matt Grace comes set at the letters. 2-2 pitch on the way. Swing, foul ball. Count remains at 2-2. This has just been an amazing display of power right now by the Mets. As I keep saying, it was a ground out by Lowry, then Cano singled, then Conforto hit that home run as Todd Frazier keeps the count even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So Lowry grounded out, Cano singled, Conforto homered. That's what the 5th inning's been looking like for the Mets right now. It's 8-0 Mets lead in the bottom of the 5th. Frazier chops one in front of the plate. Grace will come off the mound to field. He throws to Zimmerman at first base, and that's the 2nd out of the inning.
The catcher, number 40.
So Grace throws out Frazier for the 2nd out of the inning at first base for the 4th out. 2 outs, and here comes Wilson Ramos. Ramos flew out to center in the 2nd, flew out to right field in the 3rd. He bats here in the 5th inning. Already 2 runs in for the Mets. Matt Grace on the mound. He's been pitching this entire 5th inning. Hellickson only lasted 4 innings in this start, so Grace pitching this 5th. 1 ball, no strike pitch. That misses outside. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs in the inning, nobody on base. Mets already have 2 runs in this 5th inning. It's 8-0 Mets lead the Nationals. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Swing, ground ball, sharply hit toward the left side of the infield. Rendon fields at 3rd. He throws to Zimmerman at first. Inning comes to a close. So 2 runs on 2 hits in the inning. Michael Conforto with the home run. And nobody left on base. To the 6th inning we go. It is 8-0. Nationals trail the Mets. Adam Eaton will come to the plate now. The Nationals have not had any offensive luck so far in this game as we go to the 6th inning. Eaton will stand in. He reached on an error back in the 3rd. He flew out in the 1st to left field. Eaton will stand in against Zach Wheeler for the 3rd time today. Wheeler getting into his 6th inning of work. He's been pitching very well so far. That pitch lined into right field. That's going to 1-hop in front of Brandon Nimmo for a base hit. So a 1-pitch leadoff single for Adam Eaton. Eaton now 1 for 3 on the day after that single. And maybe the Nationals have some life offensively to start this 6th inning. Mets are up 8-0 though in the 6th. That'll bring up Trey Turner, who in the 3rd. So a bat here in the 6th inning trying to change his fortunes a little bit. Eaton leads off of first base. It's a righty-on-righty matchup here. Wheeler, the right-handed pitcher, facing the right-handed hitter in Trey Turner. Ground to the left side, but that'll get foul. So Wheeler getting into 6 innings of work so far. Wheeler has 5 strikeouts on the day, and so far has only given up 4 hits after that Adam Eaton leadoff single. No 0-1 count to Trey Turner with Adam Eaton leading off of first base. Pitch grounded. Nice stab there by Frazier at first. Flip to Rosario at second base covering. Back to Frazier for a double play. The 3-6-3 double play makes it 2 outs. So Frazier picked it up. He 1-hopped it. It was like a scoop at first base. He throws to Rosario, who was covering second. That forced out Eaton. And then Rosario threw it back to Frazier, covering his own base. And that forced out Turner. So a double play there. 2 outs in the inning. Here comes Anthony Rendon. Foul ball, 0-1. Rendon fouled that toward the right side of the infield. Rendon has been the only sign of life, one of the only signs of life for the Nationals offense so far today. He doubled back in the 1st inning. It's the only extra base hit that the Nationals have recorded so far. That pitch called a strike. No balls, 2 strikes. So Zach Wheeler looking to get out of this inning. Once again, put up another scoreless inning through 6. Pitch misses inside, it's 1-2. Wheeler's thrown 5 scoreless innings so far, and his team has really been backing him up. It's been 8 runs so far for the Mets. Pitch misses outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to the Washington Nationals third baseman, a guy who's won a Silver Slugger award before back in 2014. Rendon made his debut in 2013 and has been a very good player for this Washington Nationals team. Fly ball left field, and Michael Conforto will make the catch in left field to end the inning. So it's no runs on 1 hit, but that was erased by the double play. Nobody left on. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's the Mets 8, the Nationals 0. Juan Lagares will stand in now. The Mets center fielder has homered in this game already. He's 1 for 2, hit a home run in the 2nd inning, and flew out to right field in the 4th inning. So it's notable that the Mets have homered in each of the first 5 innings. This team has been on offense as that pitch misses, ball 1. So that does mean that the Mets have scored in every inning so far through 5 as we enter the bottom of the 6th inning. Matt Gray still on the mound for the Nationals. 1-0 pitch to Lagares. Swing, fly ball, but that'll get fouled. It's 1-1. That was down the right field line. Matt Grace will come set at the letters. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Lagares, the right-handed hitter. Swing, ground ball, softly hit to shortstop. Backhanded by Trey Turner. He will throw to Ryan Zimmerman, and forced out is Juan Lagares to start the inning. Lagares grounds out to shortstop to start this inning, and that'll bring up Ahmed Rosario. Rosario 1 for 2 today. He struck out back in the 2nd, but then homered in the 4th inning. Matt Grace will come set. Mets are up 8-0 over the Nationals. Here in the bottom of the 6th, First pitch ground ball to the right side of the infield. Second baseman Brian Dozier backhands and throws to Ryan Zimmerman covering first base. Ahmed Rosario has grounded out for the 2nd out of the inning, and it looks like the Mets' offensive streak may end. The Mets had 5 home runs through the first 5 innings, so we enter here in the 6th inning. Been 8 runs. The Mets have scored in every inning so far this game as well through the first 5. Zach Wheeler takes that pitch. It misses, ball 1. Matt Grace still on the mound. This is a lefty-on-lefty matchup. Matt Grace comes set at the letters. Zach Wheeler at the plate. 1-0 pitch coming. That pitch misses. It's 2 balls, no strikes. Zach Wheeler has struck out both times he has been up to the plate today. 2-0 pitch coming now from Matt Grace. Here it is. That's a breaking ball called a strike at the knees. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Matt Grace showing a little bit of emotion there, and you never want to go down in the count against a pitcher, especially never want to walk a pitcher, so you just want to throw strikes and get out of an inning with little damage. I think that's what he's trying to do here, but those first 2 balls, I don't think he liked that very much. Ground ball to the right side, played by Ryan Zimmerman. Zimmerman steps on the first base bag himself. The inning comes to a close. So for the first time in this game, the Mets don't hit a home run and the Mets don't score in an inning. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. We'll go to the 7th inning. Nationals trail, though, 8-0. So Zach Wheeler pitching efficiently. The Mets allowed him to bat in that 6th inning. So as we go to the 7th inning, New York has scored in every inning, but that last 6th inning, still 8 runs above the Nationals here. It's 8-0 as the Nationals come to the plate to start this 7th inning. It's going to be Juan Soto coming to the plate. Soto, the left-handed batter, will come in. He's 0 for 2 tonight. He grounded out to third base back in the 1st inning and then flew out to left in the 4th. Line drive, that'll get fouled. It's 0-1. So no balls, 1 strike on the young outfielder for the Washington Nationals. There's the windup and the pitch coming from Zach Wheeler. Check swing, but the home plate umpire deems that he went around, so Juan Soto quickly down. No balls, 2 strikes here in the inning. To the top of the 7th, the Mets lead 8-0 over the Nationals in this National League East matchup. 0-2 pitch on the way. Check swing, but the home plate umpire says he did not go around. That pitch hit him on the back ankle, and Juan Soto will reach first base on a hit by pitch. So it was a breaking ball that Wheeler tried to make an out pitch. Soto almost bit on it, but goes down to first base after that hit by pitch, and that'll bring up Ryan Zimmerman. Zimmerman, who's typically productive for the Nationals, not having the greatest of days, struck out in the 2nd, then grounded out to third base in the 4th inning. This is only his 3rd at bat of the game. Wheeler's been throwing very well. No earned runs and only 4 hits given up in this 6+ innings he's pitched. Or that would make it 7+ now. Here, see, that pitch just missed a little bit high. So the 1-0 pitch coming now from Zach Wheeler to Ryan Zimmerman. That pitch misses low. It's 2-0. So righty on righty matchup. Zach Wheeler comes set at the belt. Ryan Zimmerman awaiting the 2-0 pitch. Fastball called a strike over the lower outside corner. It's 2 balls, 1 strike. Zimmerman, the 34-year-old, facing off against Zach Wheeler, the 28-year-old. Wheeler coming set now again at the belt. Here is the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a pop-up down the left field side, and it's going to be foul. Count has now been run even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Zach Wheeler facing Ryan Zimmerman. Mets lead 8-0 here in the top of the 7th inning. Juan Soto leading off first base. Wheeler looks over at Soto. Now he kicks and pitches to Zimmerman. Pitch grounded, but that'll be foul behind the plate. Count remaining 2 balls, 2 strikes on the Nationals' first baseman. Wheeler comes set at the belt once again. Another 2-2 pitch coming with Soto off first. Infield playing at regular depth. Pitch swung over and missed. Good slider. And Zimmerman is punched out for the 2nd time today. That's out number 1.
The batter, number 9. Second baseman.
So Wheeler been throwing that slider very well. He's been using a lot of his pitches very effectively today. That is strikeout number 6 for Wheeler today through 6 1/3 innings. And with 1 out in the inning and 1 runner on base, Brian Dozier will come to the plate. Righty on righty matchup. That pitch misses high, ball 1. So Juan Soto was hit by a pitch. That's how this inning started. Then Ryan Zimmerman struck out for the 1st out of the inning. That's where Ryan Dozier comes to the plate now in a 1-ball, no strike count, with the Nationals trailing 8-0, but on offense here in the top of the 7th. Soto leading off first. Here's the pitch from Wheeler. 1-0 pitch fouled off. That's pulled well down the left field line. Dozier was way out in front of it, and it's 1-1. One ball, 1 strike in the inning. Again, only 1 out. Runner on first base. Here's Wheeler's pitch. 1-1. Pitch grounded foul behind the plate. Count is 1-2. Wheeler comes set. The 1-2 pitch is being awaited by Brian Dozier. Soto off first. Here's the pitch. Swing popped up left field. That's actually deeper than I originally thought. Conforto going to the track, and that ball is gone. Over the left field wall, Brian Dozier puts the Nationals on the board. It is 2-0. After that 2-run home run, Juan Soto scores on the play. Mets fans quieted a little bit. The deficit is still rather large, but it's now a little bit less with that 2-run home run. The Nationals now trail the Mets 8-2 after that 2-run home run by Brian Dozier. So here's how that was set up. Soto was hit by a pitch to start the inning. Zimmerman struck out, and then Brian Dozier goes deep off Zach Wheeler. That's Zach Wheeler's first 2 runs given up in this game. And with 1 out in the inning, the Nationals are now down 8-2, and standing in is Michael Taylor. Taylor takes a pitch. That misses low, ball 1, but Taylor struck out in the 2nd inning, and he flew out to right field in the 5th. Taylor's supposed to get some regular playing time this season after Bryce Harper signed with the Phillies, so now Taylor is going to play regularly in center as that pitch misses upstairs for ball 2. Seth Lugo and Paul Sewald in the bullpen for the Mets now. But Michael A. Taylor going to play center now. Adam Eaton moving to right after Bryce Harper left due to free agency. So that's how the outfield's going to look right now, is the outfield you see today. That pitch misses high. 3 balls, no strikes on Michael A. Taylor now. It's going to look like Soto in left, Taylor in center, and Eaton in right. At least for the start of the 2019 season. On deck is going to be Yan Gomes for the Washington Nationals. The 3-0 coming to Michael A. Taylor. That pitch called a strike. 3 balls, 1 strike. Zach Wheeler had a 3.31 ERA entering play with a 12-7 record in 29 games that he started last season. So, of 29 games, 19 games he got a decision. 3-1 pitch. Swung over and missed. Count run back full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. But Wheeler been throwing very efficiently in this game. Has struck out 6. He's 1 pitch away from making it 7. Only given up 4 hits. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He came back from 3-0 to strike out Michael Taylor. That's the 2nd strikeout of the inning, the 7th of the game for Zach Wheeler. 2 outs in the inning, and that'll bring up Yan Gomes. Gomes will stand in with 2 outs in the inning, and the base is empty. The bases were cleared by a Brian Dozier 2-run home run. It was Juan Soto hit by the pitch to lead off this 7th inning. Then Ryan Zimmerman struck out. Brian Dozier hit a 2-run home run. Michael Taylor just struck out for the 2nd out of the inning, and Yan Gomes takes ball 1 to start this at bat. We're in the top of the 7th inning. The Nationals trail the Mets 8-2. Nationals playing on the road at Citi Field. Ground ball to the right side, played by Robinson Cano. Fields throws to Todd Frazier, and Yan Gomes is forced out to end the inning. So 2 runs on 1 hit in the inning, which was that 2-run home run hit by Brian Dozier. There was nobody left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th inning. It's stretch time here at Citi Field. Mets lead the Nationals 8-2. So Brandon Nimmo will stand in now. Nimmo deserves some applause from these Mets fans, as he rightfully just did. Nimmo has a home run and a double in this game so far. He's 2 for 3, having a pretty good game, facing Matt Grace. Pitch grounded up the middle. Base hit for Brandon Nimmo. So the ball thrown in by Michael Taylor into second base. So Brandon Nimmo's on with a leadoff single for the Mets. He's now 3/4 away from the cycle. He's hit a single just there. He hit a double back in the 3rd inning, and he hit a home run in the 1st. It's going to be a bit of a stretch now, but Brandon Nimmo's had a pretty good game so far today. Jed Lowry, a little bit of the opposite. Lowry's 0 for 3 today. Grounded out to 3rd base 3 times. And ground out to first base once, facing Matt Grace for the 2nd time today. Here's a pitch that misses, ball 1. Coda Glover and Justin Miller in the bullpen for the Washington Nationals right now. But Lowry batting from the right side, facing Matt Grace for the 2nd time today. Grace pitching from the left side. Here's the pitch that misses. It's 2-0. Lowry a switch hitter, batting from the right side. Brandon Nimmo still off first base. Lowry hitless in this game through 3 at-bats. Batting here in the bottom of the 7th inning, where the Mets lead the Nationals 8-2. Matt Grace comes set at the letters. Lefty deals the 2-0 to Jed Lowry, batting from the right side. Called a strike, it's 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike to the Mets' 3rd baseman, or more known as the utility man, as he'll be throughout the majority of the 2019 season. Here's the 2-1 pitch on the way. Nimmo gets off first base. Ground ball to the right side. Played by Dozier. Flips to Turner for 1. Back to Zimmerman for a double play. So Lowry grounds out into a 4-6-3 double play. So Dozier fielded, flipped it to Turner. That forced out Nimmo, and then Turner threw it back over to Zimmerman. That forced out Lowry for the double play. So 2 outs there. And for the Mets, standing in now is going to be Robinson Cano. Cano has 2 singles in 3 at-bats so far. He also reached on an error back in the 1st inning. 2 outs, and that breaking ball called a strike. It's 0-1. Cano has an RBI as well. He knocked in Brandon Nimmo back in the 2nd inning. Just like a lot of the Mets, he's had a pretty good offensive day. It's the 0-1 pitch. That pitch misses outside, 1-1. So of all the Mets players so far, only Jed Lowry, Todd Frazier, and Wilson Ramos, aside from Zach Wheeler, the pitcher, but only 3 Mets position players have not gotten a hit yet today. So the Mets, again, displaying some pretty good offensive power against the Nationals today. The 1-1 pitch, that's called a strike. It's 1-2. Called a strike on the lower outside corner to Robinson Cano. Cano facing Matt Grace. The 1-2 pitch coming now. This is a lefty-on-lefty matchup. Pitch grounded softly toward the right side of the infield, played by Ryan Zimmerman, who steps on the first base bag himself to end the inning. So no runs on 1 hit, but that was erased by the double play. No errors in the inning and nobody left on base. To the 8th inning we go. It's 8-2. Mets lead the Nationals.
Your attention, please.
So coming in now for the New York Mets is Seth Lugo. Lugo, one of the setup men for this team, for this Mets team. And coming in now off of the bench is Howie Kendrick. So a couple of substitutions being made now. So Grace will be done as... Well, this is the number 9 spot. This is the pitcher spot. So Kendrick will bat for Matt Grace. Matt Grace's day pretty much over at this point. So Lugo relieves Zach Wheeler, and that pitch misses, ball 1. So Howie Kendrick standing in now as the pinch hitter. Kendrick plays second base and left field. He's primarily a second baseman for this Washington Nationals team, but he's played for a slew of teams. Played for the Los Angeles Angels and the Los Angeles Dodgers before coming to the Nationals. That pitch line, but that is foul down the right field side. We got a stoppage in play. One of the beach balls came on the field. Michael Conforto is going to kick that from left field back into the seats. There's a quick stoppage in play. Nothing serious there. Howie Kendrick only played in 40 games last season for the Nationals as that pitch misses down low. But he only played in 40 games, had a big stint on the DL. So didn't get to play a whole lot with the Nationals, but he's looking to make a comeback season of 2019. It's a pitch coming now from Seth Lugo on the way to Howie Kendrick. Pitch swung over and missed. So Seth Lugo looks in for the sign. Now he comes set at the letters. Righty on righty matchup. Ramos awaits the pitch. Kendrick awaits the pitch. Swung over and missed, strike 3. So the pinch hitter, Howie Kendrick, goes down swinging for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Adam Eaton. So the final scoreline for Zach Wheeler looks like this. 7 innings of work, 5 hits given up, only 2 earned runs, and 8 strikeouts. It was a pretty good day for Zach Wheeler. Wheeler struck out 7 through this day, and Seth Lugo starts off the day pretty well. He has a strikeout of Howie Kendrick, and now here comes Adam Eaton. That pitch misses outside, ball 1. Ty Bachelor and Paul Sewald still in the bullpen for the New York Mets. So this isn't a closer situation. They're just going to get somebody in there to work out this inning and save some of the more important arms for another game where the game might be closer. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Adam Eaton. Eaton swings, fly ball to left field. Michael Conforto right there in left field to make the catch just in front of that 358 sign in left center field. So that is out number 2. So 2 outs in the inning, and here comes Trey Turner. Turner, the shortstop of the Nationals, has flown out to left in the first inning, flown out to right in the third inning, and then grounded into a 3-6-3 double play back in the 6th. So Turner 0 for 3 tonight. 2 outs in the inning after Kendrick struck out, and Eaton flew out to left. Pitch called a strike on the outside edge. It's 0-1. So righty on righty matchup. Trey Turner, one of the more faster guys in the league, as good as that grammar was, excuse me. But Trey Turner, really fast guy. He's last season in 2018, he stole 43 bases. A pretty good average as well, a 271 average. As that pitch is fouled off down the left field line in the air. So no balls, 2 strikes on Trey Turner. The pitch from Seth Lugo coming. Misses outside, it's 1-2. So Seth Lugo coming in relief of Zach Wheeler. Just a couple bullpen arms trying to make quick work of the Nationals. Nationals down 8-2 here in the top of the 8th inning. Seth Lugo comes set up at the letters. Here is the 1-2. Ground ball fouled on the left field side. Count remains 1-2 on Trey Turner, the shortstop of the Washington Nationals. Lugo once again coming set. Here is the pitch. Called strike 3. It's a breaking ball on the inside edge, and down goes Trey Turner. 2 strikeouts for Seth Lugo in that inning. No runs, no hits, and nobody left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th inning. It's the Mets 8, the Nationals 2.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for
So Justin Miller will come into the game now for the Washington Nationals. Miller, one of the young arms of this Washington Nationals team. He came up this year in 2018. He's more of a middle relief guy, long relief guy. Just coming in here to limit the damage that the Mets have been putting up all game. It's Michael Conforto who's coming in this 8th inning to lead off the 8th inning. Pitch misses inside, ball 1. You want to be careful with Michael Conforto. He has homered twice in this game. He homered once in the 3rd and once in the 5th. Batting here in the 8th now is Conforto, after the Mets' offense has kind of cooled off a little bit. 1-0 pitch, grounded foul, and it's 1-1. Well, there was one point in time where the Mets had homered. The Mets homered in 5 straight innings from the 1st inning to the 5th inning, and have scored in each of the first 5 innings. That pitch swung over and missed. Conforto now down in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. But yeah, 5 straight innings of Mets scoring and 5 straight innings that a Mets player has hit a home run. I think that's pretty incredible. It's a pretty good day. It's really what's yielded the 8-2 score the Mets have put up so far. That pitch hit water right field, but not well enough. Adam Eaton is going to stand under it. He will make the catch, and Michael Conforto is down for the 2nd time today, flying out to right field. So Conforto now 2 for 4 in this game, 1 out in the inning, and that'll bring up Todd Frazier. Frazier is 0 for 3. Frazier grounded into a fielder's choice back in the 1st inning. He struck out in the 3rd and then grounded out to the pitcher back in the 5th. Frazier batting here in the 8th inning. That pitch called a strike at the lower inside corner. It's strike 1. So Frazier playing first base tonight. That's going to be one of his options. He's naturally a 3rd baseman, but the Mets are moving around a lot of players after Robinson Cano has been acquired, after Jed Lowry got acquired. As that pitch misses outside, it's 1-1. But yeah, the Mets with a lot of utility players are going to be moving players around with Jeff McNeil and the success he had coming up last season. It's going to be an interesting shakeup to see how the Mets put their pieces of the puzzle together. That pitch is fouled off. It's now 1-2. Frazier down in the count against Justin Miller. In the bullpen for the Nationals is Sammy Solis and Coda Glover. Justin Miller now with a 1-2 count on Todd Frazier. That pitch misses low. It's 2-2. There's a righty-on-righty matchup. Todd Frazier awaiting the 2-2 pitch from Justin Miller. Here it comes. Check swing, no swing, says the home plate umpire. Count runs full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And it's Wilson Ramos that awaits on deck. Ramos 0 for 3 tonight, same as Todd Frazier. Here's the 3-2 pitch to Todd Frazier. There's a breaking ball called. It was at the top of the zone, but it misses. Todd Frazier lays off. That's ball 4. So Justin Miller allows his first base runner of the day. And that'll bring up the catcher, Wilson Ramos. Ramos 0 for 3 today. He flew out to center field in the 2nd inning, flew out to right field in the 3rd inning, and then grounded out to 3rd base in the 5th. Batting here in the 8th inning for the 4th time today. Here's the pitch with Todd Frazier leading off first. That pitch misses low and outside, ball 1. Frazier leading off first base, being held on. One out in the inning. Pitch misses high. It's 2 balls, no strikes. So in this inning, in this 8th inning for the Mets, bottom of the 8th inning, Michael Conforto flew out to right field, and then Todd Frazier just walked. So that brings up Wilson Ramos with 1 out. Frazier off of first. Here's the pitch. 2-0, grounded foul. It's 2 balls, 1 strike on Wilson Ramos. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's a pitch. Swing, popped up, foul. Count now evens back up. 2 balls and 2 strikes on the Mets catcher. So the Mets have had home runs today by Brandon Nimmo, Juan Lagares, Michael Conforto twice, and Ahmed Rosario, and that's been the heart of the offense so far. That pitch lined up the middle, of base hit. Michael Taylor picks it up. He'll throw it straight into third base where Rendon cuts it off. It was a little bit too far to the left, but that's going to be a single for Wilson Ramos. Todd Frazier advances to second on the play, and now the Mets have another offensive opportunity at hand as Juan Lagares comes up to the plate. Lagares today he's 1 for 3, homered back in the second inning, but that's been most of his offense so far. He's flown out to right and then grounded out to shortstop as that pitch is called a strike. Todd Frazier leads off second base, Wilson Ramos off of first base. Coming set at the belt is Justin Miller. Here's the 0-1. Pitch misses low. It's 1 ball, 1 strike on Juan Lagares. Justin Miller on the mound. Miller looking to just limit the damage. That's all he's out there doing. A lot of these pitchers are just coming in just to eat up some innings. Give the setup and closer guys a day of rest. That pitch misses outside. Now it's 2 balls, 1 strike on Lagares. Todd Frazier leads off second base. Wilson Ramos not being held on at first. Only 1 out in the inning. Mets up 8-2 here in the top of the 8th. Line drive, base hit into right field. Adam Eaton picks it up. Frazier gets to the stop sign from third, so cutting the ball off from the throw from Eaton is Ryan Zimmerman, and it is going to be bases loaded and 1 out after that single by Juan Lagares. Advancing to second on the play is Wilson Ramos. Advancing to third on the play is Todd Frazier. A walk and 2 singles. Or I should say a flyout, then a walk and 2 singles have put Ahmed Rosario in this situation. The bases are loaded. It's Lagares on first, Ramos on second, Frazier on third. Only 1 out in the inning. Here is Ahmed Rosario here in the 8th inning. Mets only trying to pad a lead that is already significant. That pitch fouled off by Rosario behind the plate. It's 0-1. So the Mets lead this one 8-2 in the bottom of the 8th inning and have a chance for a little bit more insurance. That pitch line fouled down the right side by the Mets dugout. It's quickly 0-2. Frazier off third, Ramos off second, Lagares off first, and Rosario in an 0-2 count against Justin Miller. Pitch check swing. Appeal to first base umpire. It's no good. No swing. It's 1-2. So righty on righty matchup. Justin Miller comes set at the belt. Right-hander Ahmed Rosario awaits the 1-2. That pitch misses in the dirt, but gets away from Gomes. Coming home is Todd Frazier, and Frazier will come in without a throw. Justin Miller picks up the scattered ball as it went down by that first base dugout where the Mets were. Everybody advances. Frazier scores. Moving to third is Ramos, and moving to second is Lagares. It's 9-2 now. Mets have extended the lead against the Nationals. Here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Here's the pitch on the way. It's a broken bat. Popped up to second base. Dozier will play it in shallow right field. No advance from any of the runners. That's out number 2. So that play will officially go down as a wild pitch that allowed Todd Frazier to score. And with 2 outs in the inning, it's going to be Jeff McNeil pinch hitting for the Mets. So there will be no plate appearance from Seth Lugo, the relief pitcher that came in for the Mets earlier. Pitch misses, ball 1 to Jeff McNeil. McNeil is a left-handed batter facing the right-hander and Justin Miller. Still 2 runners in scoring position and 2 outs in the inning. That pitch misses. It's 2 balls and no strikes now on Jeff McNeil. McNeil had a pretty good introductory season to the Mets, a .364 average, 3 home runs, 19 RBIs. That was only in 63 games, but he's entering only his age 26 season here in 2019. He's been a pretty good player. That pitch grounded back to Justin Miller. Miller throws to Zimmerman, and forced out is McNeil to end the inning. So it was 1 run on 2 hits and a wild pitch. No errors officially in the inning, and 2 left on base. We'll go to the 9th inning. Last chance for the Nationals. Nationals are down against the Mets 9-2.
Your attention, please.
So Paul Sewald will come in to pitch for the Mets now.
Number 51.
This is not a save situation by any mean of the rules specified for what a save is, but he'll just come in and get some innings. Save Edwin Diaz a trip to the mound, or any of the other setup guys, or Jeremy Familia. This is just an outing to get 3 outs without allowing the Nationals to score 7 runs, and then the Mets can go home happy after a very notable offensive game. I mean, the Mets scored 9 runs so far, that's obvious, but 5 home runs today, 1 in each of the first 5 innings. And just a very powerful offensive day for these guys so far. Standing in to bat is Anthony Rendon. He takes that pitch down in the zone for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on Rendon, who is 1 for 3 tonight, doubled back in the first inning. We'll bat here in the 9th. 7 runs down to the Mets. Pitch check swung and fouled off. It's 1-1 now to Rendon. Rendon's really been the powerhouse. We've been telling you that. He's going to be the one looked on this 2019 season with Bryce Harper gone. That pitch misses. It's 2-1. Of course, Harper going to the rival Philadelphia Phillies, the National League East rival Philadelphia Phillies, on a 13-year, $330 million contract. 2-1 pitch coming out of Rendon. Fly ball right field. Getting under it is Brandon Nimmo. Nimmo will make the catch, and that is out number 1. So that's 2 outs away from sealing this win in a very orderly way. Rendon flies out to right to Brandon Nimmo, and that'll bring up Juan Soto. Soto was hit by a pitch back in the 7th inning and later scored on the Brian Dozier home run. We'll bat here in the 9th with 1 for 3 today. That pitch misses outside. It is 1-0. Paul Sewald on the mound, the right-handed pitcher coming in. He will face the left-hander in Juan Soto. Mets playing at Citi Field, playing host tonight to the Washington Nationals, up 9-2 against their National League East opponents. That pitch fouled off. Soto steps back into the batter's box. Sewald gets ready for the pitch. Gets the sign from Ramos. Soto awaiting. Here it is. Pitch swung over and missed. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes now on the Nationals' young left fielder. Soto was signed from the Dominican Republic back in 2015 for the Nationals. He's only 20 years of age. Playing in the major leagues right now. Pitch grounded. That'll be foul behind the plate, so Soto stays alive. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Mets lead the Nationals 9-2 as we are now in the top of the 9th inning. Pitch fouled off. Count still remains 1-2 on Soto. But a really young player. He signed at the age of 16 and is playing now, entering his age 20 season. Came into the majors last year as a 19-year-old. Such young talent for this Nationals team right now in Juan Soto. 1-2 pitch coming out from Sewald. Pitch line drive left field, but it will hang up long enough for Conforto to make the catch, and that's out number 2. Rendon flies out to right. Soto flies out to left. And the last out standing in the way from a Mets victory is Ryan Zimmerman. Zimmerman tonight is 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts in this one. Represents the final out of the Mets. Here's the pitch. The pitch taken, strike 1. Standing in the way of a Mets victory, Ryan Zimmerman. Last opportunity, I should say, for the Nationals. No balls, 1 strike. 2 outs in the inning. Nobody on base. Sewald's pitch. That misses low. It's 1-1. So righty on righty matchup. Zimmerman batting from the right side. Sewald pitching from the right side. Zimmerman, a former All-Star, former Silver Slugger Award winner, and former Gold Glove Award winner. The Gold Glove all the way back in 2009. Here's the 1-1 pitch now coming from Sewald. Pitch grounded to first base. Frazier didn't make the play. Coming over to try to field it is Cano. Cano throws to Frazier, and out is Zimmerman. Inning over. That's the ball game. The Mets have handily beaten the Washington Nationals today by a final score of 9-2. Now, before we conclude this game, I just want to point out some just very wicked Mets stats today. There was
5 home runs hit in the first 5 innings of the game. A Mets player had homered in each of the first 5 innings. It was Brandon Nimmo, Juan Lagares, Michael Conforto twice, and Ahmed Rosario, who put those first 5 innings. That was an offensive performance in those first 5 innings. The Mets had scored a run in each of the first 5 innings as well, obviously because of the home runs. Scored once in the 8th inning again, and made this a really good game. Zach Wheeler kept the Mets in the game, only gave up 2 earned runs. Bullpen shut down the Nationals. Jeremy Hillickson had a poor game today, just an unfortunate series of events. Only 4 innings for him. 6 hits, 6 runs, 6 earned runs, only 4 strikeouts, but gave up all those home runs. He gave up 4 home runs. He only pitched 4 innings, and then Matt Grace kept the tradition going by allowing a home run to Michael Conforto in the 5th inning. But it's as simple as the Mets came out swinging today against Hillickson, and the Nationals could not get any offense together. Not that 2 runs isn't enough, but 9 runs beats 2 runs. Well, this has been Nicholas Callis on MLB The Show. We're looking forward to real games here in the 2019 season, but once again, your final score from Citi Field: the New York Mets defeat the Washington Nationals 9-2. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you next time.